obviously Jiren was huge, but really all the guys making free throws, 29 for 32 is tremendous. They shot them way better than they've ever shot them. So congratulations to South Florida on their season. They're 12-5. They got a really nice team. Ryan has done a great job. He inherited a mess, an absolute mess, and he's done a great job of getting some transfers in, some recruits in, and getting his program stabilized. They got a good, solid team, and they play really, really hard. And it was not you know, no matter what happened with my situation, it was going to be a grind. We knew it coming in. They lost at the buzzer at Tulsa. They lost, what, in overtime by 2. Said, yeah, their 4 losses on the year were by 2 or 3 points, all 4. Probably the most underrated team I've seen all year after really watching them on film. So, and you got to understand, they lose by 2 at Temple, and they're 10 for 25 from the foul line. Tonight they're 22 for 26. So, I thought we had our big guys have got to grow up, and thought they did that late in the game. The defensive presence, Trey blocked some shots. I've been waiting for that. Ellie blocked 4. We finally rebounded the ball. So we're a work in progress. Guys are just trying. They're fighting. Their attitude's great. We had 48 deflections, 37 at half. Our first half effort was great. I think we got fatigued in the second half. The second half got messed up by what happened to me. I'll address that at the end. But really, the growth of Trey, Nas, Keith, Ellie, Trevor, guys that didn't play last year. So it's just a process for us we're going through. So we have so many guys playing. There's a difference between getting in the game and being the reason your team's going to win or lose. Trey had some big baskets. Nas made some big free throws down the stretch, and those guys, they were basically carrying bags last year for other people. So it's a process. They're fighting through it, and they're trying their hardest.
Jiren,
you guys are going to go ahead. You're going to ask about my situation. Let's wait to the end for that.
No. You closed the rebounding gap, like you mentioned. But
I think we might have got the last 6. I don't have it, but I'm going to get. It was still 10 or 11. I think it got to 13.
13 at the under 8.
Yeah,
so last 8 minutes.
We had like the last 7 rebounds to get it to where it was. You know, it's just been an issue for us to be able to defend and get the rebound. That's why I said, so I'm not trying to be funny when I say, you can't flash your Cincinnati badge and teams are going to run the other way, man. Like Gary knew that because he had started for 4 years. And Kyle knew that. He played in the ACC. He was a 5th-year guy. Jacob Evans was a 3-year starter. Like they understood like how hard it is to win it. Just forget win a game. It's really hard just to get a rebound in conference play. These games, every game is World War III, man. Every game is World War III.
Can you
But Jiren was awesome, and he's starting to play with his mind. And, the stuff that's going on with what people are defending him is ridiculous. It's hold, grab, then it's when he shoots, slap him on the wrist or the elbow. So, yeah, I mean.
Getting to the free throw line as much as he is that him understanding and taking advantage of that?
No, it's people fouling him.
Yeah, that's what I mean, taking advantage of how they're defending him.
Yeah, he should have shot more. If he had a Duke jersey on, he would shoot more.
He seems to know how to draw fouls. Does a good job.
But, like I said he's always known how to play. He might not be the highest jumping guy in the world, but there was no. I watched obviously Steve Logan for 3 years. I worked him out every day for 3 years, and then I watched him develop into a guy that's got that that can make shots, and he's a bigger version. It's a good, that would be my comparison. He's a taller Steve Logan.
He's doing it more regular, but can you tell before games, like, wow, it really seems like Jiren's going to
I think I just would say his mental game is, he's understanding. Like, he understands, and he's driving the ball because he knows they're either going to foul him or most of the time, or he's going to score. So, yeah, I think his mental game is much better.
He kind of downplayed it, but what is a 1,000-point score? What does that mean for college
Tough for me to
basketball?
say, you know, I think when kids are young, they really don't, none of us did when we were young, because we were there. You know, just what it, you got a chance to go down in history. You know, he's far from done. I mean, you know, if he ends up, you know, being in the top 5, you know, I don't know what it would take for him to get to 2,000. You know, having your banner, having your name on a wall and stuff like that. I mean, doesn't mean much to them now. It will when they're older. They have kids. Because I've seen, like, you know, our banners for all Americans in the practice gym and things of that nature. You know, when those guys come back, and there's not, you know, when Steve Logan first saw that, you know, he was emotional. Like that's there forever. You know, so stuff like that. You know, it means more probably to their parents right now. You know, Jiren's probably worried about if Chick-fil-A's open.
3 and 6 days and you don't play till Saturday, what?
Now we're off tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're back in school this week. It's a grind. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's not. You know, Wichita State. I'm sure they can't wait to see us. Their fans love us. Now they got. You know, they got a great home court. Yeah, but every game's going to be like this. You know, we're an evolving team. It's about their careers and kids trying to get better, and they just got to learn, man. It's a 13-round fight now. We got 13 left. And that's how you got to look at it. Every game, you drop your hands, you're going to get knocked out. That's just the way it is. We don't have. And there's very few teams out there, maybe Gonzaga in their league, that are so much better they can not play and lose and still win. You have to battle, man. So they're learning. They're learning to battle. But I want to congratulate Coach Savino. He should have been a head coach a long time ago, but unfortunately, he didn't work for Rick Pitino and he didn't play in the NBA. But he should have been a head coach a long time. Every year I try to get him a job. So other people's loss is Cincinnati's gain. And he's on our staff. I mean, it's not a secret. He's been back with me 8 years, and we've been 8 straight tournaments.
Can you address what happened in your situation then?
Yeah, I said, first of all, the play is a whole nother story. It was a shot clock violation. So I said, what? I got teed. Now, I've tried to get teed. You've seen me. I've tried to get teed.
Try to get the second.
I've cursed. I've tried to get teed. I didn't try to get the first one. I said, what? So then when I went to find out why I got a tee, because when other people are cursing every play and chasing guys around, and you say, what? And get a tee? And the guy says, because I put my hands up. So when he said that, I obviously was upset that he's teeing me for, what are you teeing me for? You know, so then when I showed that I was upset about that, his tough guy buddy threw me out. And what they did, they almost penalized a group of kids. And they should be suspended. But instead, let me tell you what's happening. The league office is monitoring my press conference right now to see if I say anything wrong. And that's the problem with our sport. Instead of dealing with the guys that couldn't get the call right at Tulsa when the ball was clearly out on replay on Tulsa. And if it would have been out, whether it's for Cincinnati or Tulsa, it doesn't matter. Clearly, guys can't even get a replay right. Guys are doing that stuff. It's a joke. There's no accountability, and it's never going to change because they're independent contractors. So if one guy decides he wants to be a certain way, nothing will happen. They just go about their business and they do what they do.
Have you ever been thrown out before?
Never. I've tried and didn't. I've tried before and didn't. So, but nothing will happen.
Were you watching on TV from the locker room?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody in there with you?
No.
What was it like? What was that experience like?
Helpless. You know, obviously, you know, I was actually the first time in my life I prayed to God for a win. Just because you know, it's Justin and Kane's senior year. You know, they want to go to the NCAA tournament. And then the last thing, you know, to have other people, okay, take a win away from our players because of they want to they all of a sudden want to be a tough guy for no reason. It's a joke. It would have been sad. So that would have been really sad. But like I said, right now they're monitoring what I'm saying.
Can you file a protest with him?
Come. Yeah, I can file a protest. I can file a protest. You can also complain about your taxes. We'll both get the same response.
Thanks for looking.
Well, make it easier for him to